I'm Marcus Craven, I'm 23 years old and I've just graduated at Salford University studying graphic design. I chose graphic design because it's the best degree for an artist. I'd went on a life drawing exercise where they gave us like exercises to draw the figures, the life figures in 10 seconds and 30 seconds, and it opened my eyes a little bit and I started drawing every day after that. I like making animations and stuff, but there's so much you can do with just drawing, but you can take it so much further, making the drawings move. Like, it's the next natural like progression. So I made a few animations that slightly moved, but then I started to get more into like stop motion, which is like drawing frame by frame. And I made an animation for my final year. I took some footage when I was out skating in Barcelona, and then I took that footage and then broke it down on Photoshop into separate frames and pictures, and then like painted over them and drew over them and sprayed over them, and then took it back into Photoshop. I would use light boards to trace the footage, and then I would put it back on the computer and layer it all up in the correct order. But I was working at like 25 frames a second, I think, so there was like 25 drawings for a second. I mixed it with footage as well, so it was like a montage of things, because I think that's a good way of like displaying like all kinds of mediums. In the near future, I'm working on another skate video, which will be frame by frame animations. I'm working on a documentary about a skateboard video that came out in York 10 years ago. I've been selling illustrations on Facebook and Instagram of whatever people want. Like, they send me a picture and I'll draw it. People generally want pictures of themselves and their girlfriend. I would rather be doing, skateboard videos or screenshots from comedy or films or something that I'm interested in as well. But it's paying the bills, and I don't really mind, because like it's still practice, and like they're happy. You can make it by just getting your work out there and making everyone see it, because the more they see it, the more they accept it. I know like what I'm doing is good, so I'm not too fussed. I know it'll like pan out in the end. Opportunities will happen. It's all about confidence. If you're confident in what you do, then you'll succeed. I know that all my influences are good, and I pick from a big branch. If you're looking at one picture your whole life and you're only taking influence off like one other person or one other source, you're just going to reproduce what they've made. Whereas like if you take millions of like the more influences, the better. I think that there's a lot of people just drawing bad on purpose, or trying to draw like they did when they were 3, and it's a bit of fun. But when you see people doing it at uni, it's kind of a bit like, come on, it's time to grow up. Like, you need to get into it a bit more. Well, in the future, I hope that I keep realistic about what I do and keep focused on producing aesthetically pleasing images, and not selling out, and being real to myself, not chasing the paper too much. I want to keep real, because I don't know, a lot of people get funny when money's involved, and they get a bit too greedy, and you should move on from your art or whatever if you're not going to be serious about it anymore. Well, I don't really know what successful means anymore, because successful music and popular music is tragic, whereas there's a lot of underground music that's, they're not swimming in money, but they're able to live and tour and be true to themselves and create good good music, and like it's the same with illustration. I guess it's the same with any art. If it's authentic, then people will like it. I don't think it's about money. It's about keeping it real.
No, I've not given up the idea of going to university. It's not like I'm never going to go. It's just that I've been made senior sales rep, which is a great opportunity for me. There's people now coming in from Swindon, which is a new and exciting sort of venture for me as well. I'm 30. Time to grow up, basically. It's that simple.